Thank you for viewing this presentation on the Lexile Framework for Reading. In this presentation, we'll provide a broad introductory overview to enhance your understanding of the Lexile Framework for Reading. Along the way, you may have questions. Please jot those down. At the end, we will share how you can contact us for more information and arrange on-site professional development. While this session provides a basic overview, a comprehensive on-site session may be necessary to fully implement the Lexile Framework for Reading at your school or district. The Lexile Framework may already be integrated in some manner in your school district or state. It is linked to a large number of state assessments, norm-referenced assessments, interim benchmark assessments, and many reading programs. In fact, you may already be receiving Lexile measures for your students. The states listed here currently report Lexile measures on their end of grade or end of course state assessments, and many more are to follow over the next year. Many individual school districts and schools are using Lexile measures to match students to targeted text and then to track student progress and reading growth. A Lexile measure is reported as a simple number followed by an L, for example, 850L. Here are just some of the norm-referenced assessments that report out in Lexile measures. Others can be found on lexile.com. If you are utilizing one of our many partner products, you are already receiving a Lexile measure for your students. Here you can see some of the interim benchmark assessments which are also linked to the Lexile framework. If your school or district has purchased these products, you have access to student Lexile information. Additionally, you'll find many reading programs now report student reading ability as Lexile measures. Lexile.com, which we'll explore shortly, shows all of the assessments and programs that report Lexile measures. What exactly is the Lexile Framework for Reading? It's a tool that provides a common scale or measure for matching reader ability to the complexity of a text. By placing the text and reader on the same scale, an educator is able to predict the level of comprehension a reader will have with a particular text. The Lexile Framework helps educators and parents choose materials that can help improve individual reading skills and monitor a reader's growth across a curriculum and at home. Instead of being faced with frustration due to reading books that are too complex or ones that aren't challenging enough, students can make text selections that match their reading ability and help them grow as readers. And because the scale is developmental and not based on grade level, one is able to track progress and growth over time within a year and from year to year. The Lexile framework is used to measure two separate constructs: text complexity or difficulty and reader level. Text complexity is the difficulty of the reading material based on dimensions or characteristics of the text. In other words, how difficult a particular text for a given reader is to comprehend. Reader level is the ability of readers to construct meaning from text as measured on tests and assessments. Based on the relationship between reader ability and text complexity, it is possible to forecast reading comprehension, differentiate instruction, and measure reader growth and progress. Let's take a look at the Lexile Scale. The Lexile map is our graphic depiction of the Lexile Scale. The Lexile map provides examples of popular books and sample text that are matched to various points in the Lexile Scale. The examples on the map help to define text complexity and help readers identify books on different levels of text complexity. Both the literature and informational texts are presented on the Lexile map. The Lexile map displays only a portion of the scale. The Lexile Scale extends below 200L for early readers and early reader text to above 1600L for more advanced readers and text. A Lexile measure below 0L represents a beginning reader or beginning reader material and is given a BR code. So how is a Lexile measure on a text obtained? Our metric takes into account two characteristics: sentence length and vocabulary. More specifically, we measure the complexity of the sentences and the words within them. While there are other factors that influence readability, these are the factors that allow us to gauge the complexity of a text and predict the likely comprehension rate for a reader. The Lexile measure of a book is an excellent starting point for a student's book selection. It is important to understand that the book's Lexile measure should not be the only factor in a student's book selection process. Lexile measures do not consider factors such as age appropriateness, interest, and prior knowledge. These are also key factors when matching children and adolescents with books they might like and are able to read. Lexile codes provide more information about developmental appropriateness, reading difficulty, and common or intended usage of books. For more information on Lexile codes, please visit lexile.com. How does the Lexile Framework help forecast comprehension? Once a student knows his or her Lexile measure, he or she can select text according to his or her Lexile range, which is 100 Lexile measures below to 50 Lexile measures above his or her reported measure. Our research indicates that reading within this range, minus 100L to plus 50L, will yield about a 75% comprehension rate. This level of comprehension offers students just enough of a challenge to grow as a reader, but avoids frustration that would lead a reader to give up on a text or to associate reading with difficulty. 75% comprehension is a sweet spot for reading and for reading growth. At this comprehension level, the text is easy enough that a student can grasp the content of what is being read. The new words and sentence structures don't interfere with understanding the text, while at the same time, a student is encountering some new vocabulary and sentence structures. Students are able to discern the meaning of the new words from the context in the sentences and are also able to figure out the new syntaxes because they understood the overall meaning. What are the advantages of the Lexile Framework? The Lexile Framework provides a common language by which to discuss reading and reading comprehension, not only for educators and administrators, but also for parents and the students themselves. It puts everyone on the same page and using the same language when discussing reading and reading growth. With the Lexile measure, readers can find and read text at the appropriate challenge for their individual level. The Lexile Framework also provides educators with a tool by which to forecast a student's likely rate of comprehension based on his or her Lexile measure and the Lexile measure of a particular text. The unique feature of the Lexile Framework is its ability to place students and text on a common scale. Numerous reading programs and assessments are now able to link with the Lexile Scale. With a Lexile Framework-linked reading comprehension assessment on one hand and a Lexile Framework-based book leveling and reading lists on the other, we have both assessments and instructional tools that are calibrated in the same manner. Let's take a look at the tools and resources found at www.lexile.com that will enable you to implement the Lexile Framework in the classroom. On our homepage, you will find quick access to information concerning the Lexile Framework. The quick book search is provided as a means of looking up the Lexile measure of a particular book, series of books, or books written by a specific author. Under the tab About Lexile Measures is information explaining Lexile measures, how Lexile measures align with the Common Core, and some of the research that supports a metric and its use. Under the tab Use Lexile Measures, we provide tools such as our Find a Book, the Lexile Analyzer, and our Lexile Map. It is also here under the Lexile Training tab that you can obtain more information about bringing professional development to your region, community, district, or school. Let's explore the tool Find a Book. Find a Book is also found on the homepage for easy access by students and parents. Find a Book was developed based on research demonstrating that successful reading programs and initiatives are often built around the twin pillars of self-selection and targeted text. We developed Find a Book as a means for students to locate targeted text at their Lexile level and to select books on a range of topics that interest them. Note that students can explore the book database by using either their Lexile measure or current grade level. Both avenues will allow students to create personalized book lists. Today we'll perform a search using 1000L as our Lexile measure. After entering the Lexile measure and selecting Search, a vast list of genre options are displayed. To the right of each listing, a student can select specific subcategories within that genre. Using this selection process, a student can find books on topics he or she is interested in that also fall within his or her Lexile range. Once a student performs a search on the right side of the page, he or she can easily refine the results by age, Lexile measure, qualitative Lexile code, or even by number of pages. Then they can add books to a book list according to their individualized interest. The list can be printed or even emailed home, making reading during the school year, inside or outside of school, very easy. Even more important is having this tool to guide summer reading. Consistent reading activity during the summer is critical towards preventing summer learning loss. Please feel free to share our website and the Find a Book tool with parents, students, and other educators. We hope this quick look has provided you with a basic overview of the many benefits of the Lexile Framework for reading. If you're looking for more information on implementing the Lexile Framework in your school, district, or classroom, please contact us to set up on-site professional development. Receiving your training directly from the developer of the scale is crucial for knowing exactly how the scale informs text complexity and how to put the measure to use to help readers grow. And after your professional development session, our facilitators and researchers are here to answer questions, connect you to others using our metric, and provide support where needed. At Metametrics, we have designed professional development sessions to meet your informational needs. We have hour-long informational sessions for parents, administrators, and community leaders, half-day overviews for administrators and district-level support personnel, day-long sessions for teachers, literacy coaches, and department chairs, and a 2-day intensive training for select staff to establish on-site Lexile specialists in a school district who would then oversee the seamless implementation of the framework. This concludes our overview of the Lexile Framework for reading. If you have further questions, please submit them to feedback@lexile.com and we would be glad to respond to you. Thank you for your time today. Please feel free to contact us for more information regarding Lexile professional development at profdev@lexile.com.